This is Hacking the Afterlife podcast with Jennifer Schaefer. Jennifer,
Hi, Richard.
how are you?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, happy birthday to your daughter, Blake.
She is 18.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to go to London and Paris with her next week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so this is our last podcast before you go, I guess.
I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to set up a time with you to do it.
Oh, that'd be great. All right. Well, it's also Luana's birthday. Luana on the flip side. So we might as well ask her, how's she doing, Lou?
So I did ask her, and she told me to ask you. What was her favorite birthday present? Do you know?
She'll tell you. I don't know.
I don't know if it's from you or hold on.
You got it from some friend? Did somebody? Your pal Jack used to send you flowers every year.
Did she ever get a car, or did she ever have a car ride with a convertible down?
Yeah, we've talked about that. We used to go for a ride in my old convertible Mustang, and I filmed it.
And she said, "Where did you guys go?"
Well, we went down to USC so I could shoot my short film.
There's a process to this, she says. So hold on a second, okay?
Okay, Lou.
Look at me. I get to be Richard Martin. Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to interrupt you. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. My birthday. Okay, hold on a second. I'm kidding. Hold on.
I can't think of where we went. Mexico? We went to Mexico.
Tijuana. Hold on.
Yes, we did. That's correct.
And you went to this place. I know it's like Punta. It's not Punta Mita. I'm talking about right around, like, look, show me again. A little bit past Tijuana, and it has there's steak and lobsters. It's known for their
That's right. It's a lobster place. I'll think of the name in a second.
Okay.
We used to go down there. Yeah, that's right. We did.
It was so much fun. And she said just being in the sunshine, like today.
Porto Nuevo.
That's it. So she said just in the sunshine and being able to laugh and drink our coffees. And was there a dog that you guys played with too when you were down there?
I was just thinking of my friend.
My dog wanted to be rescued or something like that?
Well, she had a couple of dogs. There was Boise was her little dog that she rescued, but we didn't take any dogs down there with us. We went with various friends.
Didn't she say your son wanted a dog?
What?
Does your son want a dog?
I don't know. Maybe he does. Well, that's interesting, Lou. Was you had a dog before I met you, and then you had a dog, Boise, when I did know you, which was like a rescue, little tiny, annoying dog. I used to bark a lot. Anyway, so your birthday, and so tell us, what is it like over there on the flip side on your birthday? Do people stand around, or how does it work? How do you celebrate?
I think she said she's 29 over there.
Every actress is 29 over there. Come on.
Okay, but I don't know if she died 29 years ago.
Well, that's right. We did talk about this, that your birthday over there is the day that you passed. So she died She left the planet in 1996. So that would make her 27. Did you just say that?
I said 29. I thought.
Oh, 20. Well, let's see. 86. No, that's 14 plus 21. We're bad at math.
Carry the one. 35 years. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, that's why she said she was 29. Okay. There we have it. You did get the joke. All right. Hold on a second. She says, I'm here with all my friends. It couldn't even get better. Because that's why I made you guys wait. She goes, I didn't want to sit here and talk to you guys on my birthday.
How was it we had a celebration for your friend Sally last week?
She said, it was squished for all the spirits that were there with you.
That's great. That's great. I got up and spoke with Randall Kleiser. We had a couple of words to say hi. And we talked about Sally, of course.
Hold on. Did she really like Randall? Did she know Randall?
Yes, she did. She knew Randall Kleiser very well. We were close with him. And because
But-
Randall had a boyfriend.
But didn't he do something? Like, didn't he do something before she? I don't know. She's showing me something.
Well, I'm sorry. Randall had a boyfriend that he wasn't publicly out in those days, and so the boyfriend Harry and Luana and I hung out at premieres and parties and stuff like that. So that was hilarious because we were like this little crowd behind the crowd, and Randall Kleiser, the director of Grease, who is out.
I him. I love that. Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh. She didn't like him. She loved him. I'm like, did you like him? She goes, I loved him.
Yeah, he's a really generous person.
Sorry, she was trying to be dramatic and I ruined it. Hold on. And she loved all the colors that everybody was wearing. It wasn't all black.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, that's right. People were.
She said it was a true celebration of somebody. Oh, well, of course, Sally's up there. Sally approves. Hold on.
Yeah, of course.
She loves whoever tried to sing or you played a song for her.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Actually, yeah.
And it skipped or it didn't work at first.
Well, Burt Bacharach spoke, the composer, and Sally, her music was, people like Morgan Ames spoke as well, a composer. And I know her.
She felt so much love. She just spread it around it there. All the love that she felt, she just spread it to everybody else.
It was a lot of fun because Sally was.
She loved what you said. You couldn't help yourself. Everybody was laughing.
Well, that's good. Now, of course, Jennifer doesn't know what I said. Do you know what I said?
I didn't even know if you spoke. I knew nothing about them anymore. I knew nothing about.
Very good. So I did. And actually, Randall Kleiser turned to me and he said, "Why don't you come up with me?" And so he spoke about how and when he met Sally, and then I told some stories.
Is that how the movie came out? How I Met Sally?
No. But he did a movie with Jonathan Crane, Sally's husband, and I got up and told some stories about Sally, and I did get a couple of big laughs. So
yes.
that was fun.
It was a standing ovation up there because they knew all the backside stories to it.
That's right. Frank Gehry, the great architect, got up and spoke.
Oh, wow.
And some other people who just
How about
huge
Alan
fans.
Alda? Was Alan Alda there?
Alan Alda was not there, but there was Elliot Gould sent a note, and they read a note.
You know that I'm in a movie with Elliot Gould from high school.
Oh my God!
Which
movie?
He did
Bob and Ted and Carol and Alice.
No, Bob Uecker's Wacky Wide World of Sports. And so he was with Elliot Gould and Michael Jordan. That's when he asked me out. Michael Jordan. And we were at my high school and I was in charge of the song leaders at the time. So I actually got to meet him. I was more enthused with the guy from Eight is Enough. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's funny. Yes, Elliot Gould, very famous actor who starred with Sally Kellerman in at least one film. Yeah. And so they read a lovely note from him.
Oh.
Other people sent in, Sandra Nicholson sent a lovely note from Hawaii. And it was just really, a Sally celebration with all of her friends. Some film directors like Mark Rydell, who directed The Rose, and others. And I was fortunate to be able to get up and speak. And it was only because Randall, had invited me. And I thought, okay, I'll get up there and have some laughs. It's actually posted on the Martini Zone thing. The thing that I said, I know you haven't seen it, but it is on our page if anybody wants to see my dedication to Sally and hear the laugh that I got.
We have like 15 minutes now.
We have 15 minutes. All right. Well, I do have somebody in my family who might want to come through. I don't know.
Oh, he just pushed everybody away. And now they're like going like this. That's so funny. Hold on a second. He says he wasn't going to impose, but he said he did mention you, or you were talking to him this morning a couple times.
That's correct.
That you have questions that you've asked him already that you want me to interpret, or you want me to?
Well, I do have some questions.
Oh, and Anthe, your mom's there. So is your dad.
So let me ask him, what was it like when you crossed over?
Who greeted him?
Yeah.
Was all of them. They already showed me, and the whole class, because he of Rolling Stone, right? He worked for Rolling Stone.
That's correct.
Okay. Sorry. And his dentist.
Very interesting. Now, his son and I were the ones who've been sort of taking care of his stuff since his crossing over. Any messages he wants me to give to his son? That would be important.
Tons of love. Tons of love. and to forget anything that they ever went through that was uncomfortable or whatever, and that let bygones be bygones and be. He's amazing. He's an amazing man. He's kept it together with a dad like me. I love him. I admire him. And I'm not sure if I ever told him that.
And you have a couple of more brothers back in Chicago. Anything to them, Robbie or Charlie?
What are the names? I'm sorry.
Rob, Robbie, and that's his.
He says he can't even find Robbie. He's running around so fast. Whatever he's doing, he's like, whatever he's doing, he's like, I'm trying. He's like, I'm running around. Hold on.
And Charlie.
Tell Robbie that he's heard him. That it is true. Like he's heard it. Like
okay, that he's had some kind of dream or something.
Like in a dream, he's appeared to Robbie, and it was real, but Robbie hasn't really told anyone.
Okay. And what about Charlie?
Robbie afraid to make you right? There's
well, all my brothers are afraid that I might be right, including Jeff.
Okay, so who's the other one? Charlie?
Charlie.
Sorry. Oh. Does he play golf?
I don't think so. But he should. Maybe he should. That's maybe a comment.
Okay.
My dad played golf, and his name was also Charles.
Oh, but I'm not going to make that fit. Hold on. Oh, he needs to go play more.
Oh, and he was a musician, and I wish he would play more. Terrific musician.
Go play more. It's his passion. It lightens him up. Like my work lights me up. That was his passion.
So I just wanted to toss this into Jennifer's lap for a second. I know we don't have a lot of time, but just pretend for a moment that I'm a police officer tossing this over to you. There's unknown circumstances. My brother passed away on, I think, April 29th at around 10:30 in the morning. We have no idea. And he wasn't discovered for another week. And so what is it that you want to tell us about his passing, or you can tell us?
Okay. So, and for those skeptics, which I am, Richard and I have not discussed this. Mm-hmm. We haven't said a word to each other. I didn't even know there's unusual circumstances. I haven't even talked to his brother yet. So that being said, I'm looking into it. And I'm going to get my notes to write notes. Sorry, I'll just put it away because I do this all the time. Hold on. You give me your brother's name.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
But he went by Jeffrey, but his name was actually Edward. But he knows the difference, so I won't confuse it.
I felt like he fell. Obviously, there's something about him falling.
Okay, that's not obvious, but go ahead. Thank you. That's correct. That's what it seems to be. And was that the cause of the injury?
No. I'm looking for a head injury. That wasn't it. He says that he had a heart attack. Like it felt like a heart attack.
Okay.
Or a heart attack or an aneurysm. I felt like, okay, so he showed me, was he diabetic?
He had low blood, very low blood count.
Very low. So he's showing me like
anemic.
It feels like he had a heart attack.
Okay. And so the falling down was the kind of the cause of the the heart attack, I guess, was the cause of it.
Did he hit his head by chance?
I think so. That seems to be.
But that didn't kill him. He said that the heart attack did.
Okay. Thank you. And he left behind detailed instructions. And I've always been of the mind of like the stuff that he left behind wasn't important. I'm letting his son handle all that. Is he down with that?
He's thrilled. I'll give him something to do. And then it's going to make him understand more about his dad.
Yes, I think so. Also, the VA, I think we're going to try to have a military kind of ceremony for you. Is that okay with you? You down with that?
I am. But if I was here, I wouldn't be.
I know you wouldn't be. Chicago or LA? Let me ask you that.
That makes sense?
Totally makes sense to me.
Chicago, of course.
Chicago, of course. Okay, very good. And any messages that he wants to give anybody else? I mean, look, his friend Doreen is over on the other side. Jennifer and I interviewed her in one of our books. And
So
I'm
the
just,
dancing. Why is the movie Top Gun being shown, or like the glasses with motorcycle with Tom Cruise on the motorcycles, or
well,
any?
Jeff was a race car driver, so he's probably in touch with that.
I love race car driving. I really seriously thought I was going to be the first female race car driver. I was. It's the most expensive sport in the world. There's nothing, Dad,
Yeah.
I'm a race car driver.
Does he want me to do that book that we talked about race cars and his life and journey through cars? He can say
Yeah.
no. He can say no. All right. He says yes.
Yeah, Bill Paxton showed up, just like he finally have a movie with him. Yes.
Okay, very good. So, like Billy would say, "Hi, Billy. Good to see you, brother. I was thinking of you all the time. I hope you're doing okay. Is any news from Bill Paxton he wants to throw out at us? Welcome. Here's my brother Jeff.
He just showed me actually he just showed me the new movie that's coming out by the directors of Big Love. Or the new
Oh
series.
yeah, Under the Banner of Heaven. Yeah, you worked with
Um,
that guy. You worked with the guy who wrote Under the Banner of Heaven.
it was about the Mormons. It's a
Yeah,
different
that's
one.
right. It's on Hulu. It's a series. We're watching it. It's riveting,
Really?
and that's why I think of Bill every day. Every time we see it,
Okay,
because it's
that's
that
what he's
genre.
showing me. I just remember he just showed me a reference. I just saw a picture of an article and made me think. If you asked me that question, I would have never even.
No, but that's why we do this way because Billy's reference got
He's
you
right
to
there.
talk about it.
He goes, he wishes you ate more popcorn. He wishes you had popcorn while you did it. He goes, I love sitting with you. He goes, that's why you're thinking of me, is because I'm watching it with you.
No, and we do
I'm
get
sitting,
popcorn and we do watch it. It is
yes,
like a
because I'm
movie.
sitting next to your cat. The cat's in
Right.
the lap.
Oh, geez. Andrew Garfield stars in it, and if you're a fan of all things Mormon, it's a true story. Jennifer, you'll like it. It's a true
Well,
story
I'm
and
afraid to
difficult.
watch it. I don't want to. I don't want to. Like my dad was a Mormon bishop. I don't want to think anything.
It's not negative. No. It's
Okay.
written by a Mormon. But he gets into a real murder mystery that happened in Utah, and he gives honor to everyone. So you'll be shocked.
Okay.
But they do have a temple ceremony in there that you would never seen in television before. But it's well done. Trust me. You want to look at this film, Under the Banner of Heaven. Go ahead.
I had some other good news. My mom had surgery, heart surgery, and she came out okay
Oh, that's great.
on Monday. But I kept asking my dad, and this is just something I want to tell our listeners. Ask your loved ones when you're going into surgery, or a family member is, ask them to show you how it's going to be. And I'm telling you, they'll give you a little bit of peace. My dad told me it's going to be fine. I'm like, green light, red light. He's like, it's going to work out great. And it did. And my mom, being as honorary as she is, the neurologist, the heart surgeon, knows me. And so, because my mom made me talk to him, and she goes, my daughter Jennifer says one of my stents is not working properly. You need to get in there.
Oh, that's great.
And so when he came back out, he had this big grin, and he's like, well, it's working properly now.
Oh, there you go. That's the upside and the downside of having a daughter that's a medium, because they can certainly, and listen, Jennifer and I haven't talked since my brother passed away, and I thought it was important for our listeners because look, I completely understand that life goes on, and I understand that we can talk to people, but instead of Jennifer and I talking privately, I just thought, well, this would be a chance for the audience to sort of see this is the kind of work she does. You give her a time, you give her a date, she gives you the information, and what she gave us was exactly right. That because exactly what happened. But I wasn't sure what the exact cause was because a week had gone by. And all I can say is that's a great moment of solace for me as well as for his son. It's good to hear.
Well,
So
he loves you, Richard, very, very much. He says, thanks for putting up with me, always making an effort, always coming to me. He said, thanks for giving me hope about the other side, even when I didn't want to listen. He says I was too close to it all the time.
So was when you got to the other side, what was that experience like? Was it like thrilling, or did you doubt it, or what, was it confusion, or what?
Better than any words can describe. He says mine was the music in the heavens, just crescendos after crescendos, guitars, pianos, lights. Show me again. Every beautiful instrument Imagine every beautiful instrument circling you with famous musicians, with people you don't even know, but you knew that they knew you in some point of your life or lifetimes. I had the best welcoming, something I could have never thought of.
Wow. And our father, go
And
ahead.
your
Auntie,
mom
my mom.
put it together, he said. Made it in production.
So, on our family used to have these giant parties. I mean, when I was growing up, and all the relatives would come. So, we know what that's like to walk into a room and have all your friends there, and they give you that joy.
Yeah.
So, how about Dad? Were you able to chat with Dad, and how what was that like?
Stoic.
Really?
Like, you see, Rich was right. Rich was right.
Well, it's interesting because the first, when my dad passed, I heard his voice in my ear, clear as a bell, saying, "I'm experiencing indescribable joy."
Yeah.
At the time, I told my brothers that he had a message for each one of them, and I gave Jeff his message, and all of my brothers were completely not convinced that this was actually happening, and one of them even said, "This is nonsense." But yeah, but at the same time, you and I have had so many conversations with people on the other side. I know that you can communicate with your loved ones. We know that. And they can come to you and they can say things like, "I'm feeling indescribable joy." So it's like you have to be I remember asking my father, "Why are you telling me this instead of Jeff or my other brothers?" And he just said, "It's because you can hear me." And he didn't mean it like I was
No, not derogatory at all. It's just people are you can either knock on every door or you can just go to somebody that has their door open.
That's right. It's like the door was open, and it wasn't because it was my fault or my gift. It's just I happen to be able to hear him and write down what he said verbatim.
I love you. I have to
I know you have to go.
Happy
Well, Jennifer,
birthday.
that was a quick podcast, but for people paying attention, it was mind-bending, and it will change people's minds about the nature of reality. So how's that for something from a podcast? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Luana. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Blake. Thank you, Jim.
He loves you very, very much, Richard.
Sweet.
And
Thank
your family. And he's already visited your wife, he says.
Okay. Well, we love you, Jeff. We'll miss you. But, fluff up the pillows for us so when we get to the flip side, we can have the same kind of entertaining conversation with Jennifer.
Not anytime soon. Bye.
Not anytime soon. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, love. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Love. Bye. This has been Hacking the Afterlife podcast with Jennifer Schaefer. For more information, jenniferschaefer.com, martinizone.com, or richmartini.com. Hacking the Afterlife documentary is available on Gaia.com via Amazon Prime.